guys? Welcome to Boxing Block Center, the home of Nigerian and African boxing. And please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscribe button right now. We are live. Okay? We there. And expect a banger today because guess who we have in the house right now? We have Robbie T back in the house. You know, the guy hardly come, but whenever he's available, he always shows up. And it's something I respect about this brother right here. Robbie T, how you doing, bro? What's up? How's everything? How's life, bro?
Everything's good, man. Thank you, Raymond, for having me on the show, man. Shout out to Emerton, Tom, Tyre, Jagbay, and all the crew, all the Boxing Block Center family, man. Love you all, man. Love you all.
Yeah, we also have Adewale is also one of the Boxing Block Center family right now. You know, the guys been like, can you imagine Adewale? Like, Adewale is a guy that is a Deontay Wilder fan through and through. He's a guy that didn't like my. Despite him being Nigerian, he didn't like my channel, and he's been like, I don't know if he's been following me for years. I think for years, and I think things just changed now. Like he thought I was just a guy that's just like, you know, blindsided. You know, the guy is who's just super biased. It doesn't like really. It's not objective in a way. But now he's seeing that I'm a very reasonable guy in a way, and that's why like he's one of the top BBC contributors right now. I mean, one of the top BBC. Like Adewale is a real fan of the sport of boxing, and a loyal person, I must say. You know, I've not met him yet in person, but I can just tell by his tendencies, you know, and how he carries himself. You know, imagine all the sticks he's gotten, from a lot of fans, a lot of people that call him Water fanboy. In fact, like, I believe, I mean, if Adewale came in around the time the time where Joshua and Water topic was like on fire, bro, we probably would have had some discussion here, but still, I will be objective as usual, you know. So, bro, you've heard the news, right? You heard the news. Frank Warren, okay, Frank Warren. He is saying came out today, conducted an interview with Talk Sport in the UK, saying that he believes Frank Warren is one of Fury's promoter in the UK. So he does have a say. He does know the in and out. It's just that since Eddie Hearn is the one kind of getting things done alone, because like Eddie Hearn already said, listen, I'm the one doing all this stuff. Nobody's assisting me. I'm doing it. I'm the one who's traveling to all these places and getting deals done. So, but what do you think is going on right now from Team Fury to be saying this when we all believe that the fight is happening? Even Fury now is in Miami, so there is no reason for it not to happen. But at the same time, Fury has fought in America since he's been fighting in America since last year, right? He's yet to fight in the UK. I mean, so he's been very much active in America, like in terms of his boxing career is involved compared to the UK. So, I mean, I don't know if there is a bomb lined up for Fury to fight in America, or are they just using this Joshua fight? Are they wasting Joshua's time, man? This is what I don't know. But before I get to you, I'm going to read Frank Warren's statement, and I will get to you guys on the chart. Just hold on, guys, because I know you guys have a very big opinion. So, as you can see here, it says delay. Okay, Frank Warren believes Joshua vs. Fury will likely be pushed back to August or September. Reveals record-breaking pay-per-view expectations. Okay, Frank Warren has warned that he thinks Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua will be delayed until late August or even September. Contracts were signed last month regarding the fight deal for the bout, but the date and venue still needs to be decided. Okay. The parties are now in process of finalizing the side deal, which will determine where and when the undisputed heavyweight clash takes place. This will almost certainly consist of a foreign nation putting up a big side fee to host the bout, though the possibility of it taking place in the UK has not been completely ruled out. All indications from AJ's promoter Eddie Hearn thus far have pointed towards a July date, but Fury's UK co-promoter is skeptical over this. Warren told White and Jordan on TalkSport, "I'm seeing all these various stories. It's gonna be Wembley on July 24th and so far, but I don't see how many of that can happen in July or even early August from my perspective." Robert McCracken, who is AJ's trainer, is also our Olympic team's head coach. So he's going to be in Japan. I think the Olympics starts on July 23rd, and I don't know what the quarantine period is. He can't be in two places at once. That's if Robert McCracken still training AJ. Maybe he's not training the Olympic squad. I'm not sure. That's one issue. I don't believe this fight will go on until, if it's late August, we will be very lucky, maybe September. When asked if Saudi Arabia is the front runner to host the contest, Warren added, "You can say that. I will wait until I see the offer." Wow, the offer is still not there. In the meantime, we've been having discussions at government level with a view to try and get this fight on in the UK. If nothing else comes in from elsewhere, I'm hoping something will come in from elsewhere. We've had really good responses from them, the government, and they've been very helpful, and our discussions continue. Regarding their target number, Warren said, "I think it would be a massive event. I would be very disappointed if he did less than 2.5 million. Wow. Frank Warren's gonna cash out, bro." He concluded by insisting that everybody involved is working hard to finalize the fight. We all signed up for it to happen. That's a commitment from everybody to make the fight happen. We're all working hard to achieve it, and fingers crossed we do get it over the line. I want to first of all go to Adewale. I think he has a lot to say. Adewale, are you here with us, bro?
I'm here with you, my brother.
Bro, I know you have things to say about this, man. Like, this is crazy. This is mad. So, Robert McCracken, AJ's trainer, is not going to be available. He has to go to the Olympics. Or what? What's going on right here, man? I don't understand. I don't get it, bro.
Okay, man, you know what, bro? First and foremost, thank you for that great introduction that you gave to me. I mean, I'm so humbled. I'm not that type of person that gets such a warm reception, and I appreciate you for doing that. And I just want to tell everybody on the panel that salute, much respect, peace and blessings to every one of you, and everybody in the chat. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Smash the like button as you come in. Let's get this work. So, in my opinion, I'm going to try to be as objective as possible. I'm going to try to suppress my Deontay Wilder fanaticism out of this conversation, but it's still there. Now, this particular fight, Joshua Fury, I personally see too many obstacles preventing this fight from happening. Okay, I can start off with the fact that Tyson Fury is still in arbitration with Deontay. We don't know what the details of that is. And then you think about the fact that Fury, he, even if he's lucky enough to get out of the arbitration, he would still have to pay a lot of money to Deontay. And then when it comes to the location of the fight, about to be staged outside of the UK, that is a slap in the face of the British boxing fans. Simply because if this is the greatest fight in British boxing history, there is no reason whatsoever why it should not be staged in the UK. Now, thirdly, Frank Warren coming out to say this fight is going to happen August or September. That makes a lot of sense, because if this fight is supposed to happen in July and we are currently April 14th, pretty much April is gone. 2 weeks left in the month of April. 4 weeks in the month of May, 4 weeks in the month of July. So we're talking about in 10 weeks time, potentially, that will be in July. 10 weeks time is not enough to promote this fight. It's not enough for the fighters to maximize their training potentials. It's just not enough to make this fight happen. So I am 1000% convinced within myself that it's not going to happen in July, if it ever happens. More than likely, the possibility of this fight even coming to fruition in 2021 is 50-50. It's not above 50% in my opinion, because we've seen so many antics from Tyson Fury's camp in recent times, looking for any means necessary to discredit the progress that they have made in making this fight happen. So with all of that being said, I don't see this fight happening. I'm not going to be played by these promoters once again, because I've been played by them so many times in the past as a huge boxing fan. They played me, they led me on a wild goose chase with the Wilder Joshua situation for 3 straight years. That fight never happened, and I'm still upset extremely about that not happening. And it's one of the reasons why boxing is taking a magnificent L right now. So I'm not just putting my mind in the fight. When I see the press conference happening, Joshua Fury sitting down in the same location, exchanging heated words, then I would believe. For now, I don't think anything is happening. They're just, what's it called? They're just stringing the fans, leading them to a point of no return. Thank you.
Bro, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Like, I still can't believe it. If this is the case, bro, bro, this is a very good. Listen, I'm not a Frank Warren fan, but this is a very good point from Frank Warren, saying Joshua's trainer, as the head of the Olympic team, Olympic boxing coach is the head, so he has to be there. So, and according to him, Olympic starts, I think, July 24, right? So, what is going to happen? Is he going to be there? Is he still training Anthony Joshua? I think he's still the head coach he's still Joshua's head coach. Coach Joshua's got a lot of other coaches that assist him in different ways. But Mark Racken, as far as I know, remains the head coach of Team Joshua. But at the same time, the way things are going right now, I don't even know if I should be excited for this fight or I should be skeptical. Because right now I'm not skeptical. Like since a few days ago, I've been very open-minded and I've been like kind of celebrating the fact that the fight will happen. But I'm not sure. Like this is a shocking news in my opinion, man. It's crazy. Let's get our brother on here. Robbie T, how you doing, brother?
Ray, I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, brother. How's everything? How's life?
Everything's good, man. It's always nice to be on the show, man.
Whenever you're here, bro, like it's always very interesting to hear what you have to say because you hardly have time. But whenever you're here, it's always a good feeling, bro. I
wanted to be on the last few shows that you did, but I just couldn't get home in time but I'm home early today, so I was glad I got in on this call. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's bro. Nice. Well, what do I have to say on Frank? What? Look, my opinion is.
But no, before you respond that,
Yeah.
I want to ask you this question before you respond to Frank Warren, statement and all those stuff, because you understand he's still Tyson Fury's promoter in the UK. You know that. Before
That's right, yes.
now, I've been so happy, that this fight is happening. I remember even I had an hour conversation with my friend. I had a conversation for 1 hour with one of my friends who's a boxing fanatic. I told him, I said, bro, this fight is happening. Fury's in Miami now. Let's celebrate. We're just jubilating and those kind of stuff. And Joshua coming out and saying nowhere to hide anymore. I believe sincerely that this fight, Joshua wants it. But now I have to ask you, is this fight happening? Before you respond to Warren's statement, this is a direct question from me to you now. Is this fight happening?
Most definitely. We will get an announcement about this fight, I believe, by next Tuesday. There'll be an announcement.
Wow, next Tuesday?
By next Tuesday, there will be an announcement.
Bro, I thought it should... Oh.
No, believe me. Yeah. By next Tuesday, we will get an announcement saying that they've finalized a venue and both parties are happy with the venue. Listen, if you want the truth, you listen to Eddie Hearn. You don't listen to Frank Warren and Bob Arum and all these other people. Look, Bob Arum and these other guys, you don't listen to them. Eddie Hearn does not have a track record of stringing people along, telling people A is A, and then it turns out to be B. That's not Eddie Hearn's character. So I think if you want the truth, you have to listen to Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn said in an interview a couple of days ago, I was watching it. I think it was Saturday I watched it, or Sunday. And he was saying, look, this week they will finalize they said both parties will be presented with the various venues and a decision will be made. So by next Tuesday, we will have an announcement on this fight. Now, as regard to Wembley, they did ask him in the interview, I don't know, was it IFL he was speaking on? I'm not sure. I think it was IFL. And he said, look, Wembley is a kind of, it's not really in the running because for one, London is just being lifted out of a pandemic. And you see, to book a stadium like Wembley, you have to give a lot of notice for that stadium. So we don't know what's going on with Wembley at the moment. And we don't know if the site fees for Wembley will be anywhere near as what the people in Saudi Arabia will pay. And I think they paid so much money to have Anthony Joshua in for the second Ruiz fight. And I think that the guy, I forget his name, the Saudi king or the Saudi prince. Look, Saudi Arabia have a lot of money. We know this. So, and I think this fight does come down to money as well. So it's not just about the undisputed title. It comes down to money. How much is it worth, you see? And everybody wants that fight, but not everybody has enough money to pay to actually produce the setting for that fight. And I think if it comes down to it, it will be either Saudi Arabia or Qatar, one of those places that have money. Now, Frank Warren is, in those people who gamble, like who play blackjack and rummy and poker, there's a saying, you never change a winning hand. You understand? That's a saying, that you never change a winning hand. So what have worked for you in the past, if it has worked for you in the past, you keep doing it. And you have to analyze Tyson Fury, what has worked for Tyson Fury in his biggest wins, like against Vladimir Klitschko, right? And against, what's his name, Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury likes to always try and get into the opponent's head, you see. He likes to try and do this and unsettle them because he knows that there's chinks in Tyson Fury's armor. And we've seen it a few times, but he likes to try and get into the opponent's mind and unsettle them. And this is exactly what I said he would try and do with Anthony Joshua, right? Try and unsettle him. And I think his whole team are up to it. John Fury's up to it. Frank Warren's up to it. Bob Arum's up to it, and Tyson Fury himself is up to it, you see. If you look at Bob Arum, right? Bob Arum said before Joshua fought Pulev, they said Bob Arum was telling people that he said, "Oh, me and Tyson, we're already looking for the next opponent for we're trying to already make the Tyson Fury Pulev fight because we don't think Joshua is going to get past Pulev." This is what Bob Arum was telling people, right? Trying to unsettle Anthony Joshua. This is what they're trying to do, you see. But you see, Joshua has to be clever. He knows. He must know this. If I know, he surely must know that this is what they're trying to do. Eddie Hearn would not be going through all of this for this fight to be made in August, September, October. It's too late then, because then mandatories will be called. The fight would probably not be for all the belts. The whole significance of this fight is that it'd be for the undisputed heavyweight title and Ring Magazine belt. All the belts on the line. And this is what Tyson Fury is up to, you see. They're trying to unsettle AJ because they know the threat that AJ brings to the table. And in their heart, they know AJ is going to beat them. The only way AJ is not going to win is if they unsettle him and he starts believing all this nonsense. So the best thing AJ can do is stay off social media, listen to his management 258, and listen to his promoter Eddie Hearn. And just don't listen to anything that Bob Arum, Frank Warren, and Tyson Fury have to say. Because I don't believe these guys. I don't believe anything they have to say. Eddie Hearn is a genuine guy. He's an honest guy. He delivers numerous fights. And he comes in for criticism from haters. But there's no evidence to justify why people dislike him. I think it's down to jealousy, because he has the two biggest stars in boxing under his banner now. He has Canelo Alvarez and he has Anthony Joshua. Those are the two biggest names in boxing, and they're both in a nice little arrangement with Eddie Hearn, and people don't like this, you see. So they look to discredit the guy. But I think Eddie Hearn is truthful. I think he's honest. I think this is all nonsense from Frank Warren. The only thing I would say that Frank Warren said that may have a little question mark in my mind is the role of Rob McCracken as Anthony Joshua's head trainer. But then again, you see, because he's on the GB team, so they're saying he has to be in, is it Japan, I think? So he can't be in two places at once. But we don't know where Anthony Joshua is going to set up camp. We don't know this. And we don't know if the assistant trainer will be taking up the lead as head trainer. We don't know these questions, you see. So this is, of course, is all hearsay at the minute. Now, Anthony Joshua would know about Rob McCracken maybe having to be in Japan, and he will make the necessary adjustments. You know what I mean? All these things, I think, is all trying and aim to unsettle Anthony Joshua. And you know what? It's not going to work, because the Tyson Fury, as I said before, and I've said all along, Tyson Fury have never wanted any part of Anthony Joshua, ever. From the time Tyson Fury come back off his long hiatus, after he beat Vladimir Klitschko, and Eddie Hearn, he met up with Eddie Hearn and they offered him a nice 4-fight deal, and they said, look, you can Tony Bellew, Dillian White, if you get past these guys, Anthony Joshua for all the belts basically except one. And he turned it down. He went with Frank Warren as a way out of avoiding Joshua. He fought Pernetta and Safari, 2 bums, and the next thing you know, he's fighting Deontay Wilder. You see, Tyson Fury always looks for an easy route. He doesn't want the hard work. And there's no harder work in the heavyweight division than Anthony Joshua. So anything this guy can do to avoid this guy, he will do. But you see, when venues and stuff now are sort of placed in their hands, you see, it's becoming more and more difficult for Tyson Fury to get out of the fight, you see. And this is why they're doing this, because they realize they're probably going to have to sign for the fight, because there's no more excuses to be made. And I think if the pressure really gets to Tyson Fury enough, don't be surprised if we hear the guy mysteriously get injured and have to pull out, because he realized this is no way back for him, you see. I tip Anthony Joshua as I've always tipped him 100%. If Tyson Fury goes through with this fight, he's going to lose and Anthony Joshua is going to win. And this is what they're trying to do. This is what they've always tried to do. You see, this is my take on it. And it's never changed. If Tyson Fury go through with this fight with Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury is going to lose, and he's probably going to lose by KO, because this Anthony Joshua that we have here is a complete fighter. We didn't realize at the time, but the best thing probably that could have happened to AJ was that day in June 1st on Madison Square Garden when he lost to Andy Ruiz Jr. Because what happened after that, we now see a complete guy who is switched on, and it's going to be very difficult for future opponents to last very long with this guy. That is my take on it.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, and but I'm now more skeptical than ever. I'm not saying it won't happen, but just like for a major guy, a major contributor to this fight, to come out and say this, it's just telling. But I can also understand because
Frank Warren is his loyalty. Frank Warren's loyalty is to do anything he can to help Tyson Fury, because Frank Warren does not like Eddie Hearn. Bob Arum doesn't like Eddie Hearn. So anything negative they can say to kind of quash the enthusiasm of AJ, they will do it. You see, they know the fight's going ahead. Of course they know. If they look, you mean to tell me it's only now that Frank Warren knows these things he's saying? Of course not. So why has Frank Warren wasted all this time if he knows the fight is not going to go ahead until September time? He knows, look, September time, there's no undisputed in September. The fight has to happen now. Because by the time September comes, this situation, who knows what the situation is with Deontay Wilder? Deontay Wilder haven't bothered to tell us anything. We haven't heard from Deontay Wilder in over a year. So we don't know what the situation is there. We have to assume that he has no valid contract for the rematch, or for the third match, you see. So this is why we haven't heard from him. But we would have liked to have heard what his take is on this, but no one seems to be able to hear what he's saying, or because he hasn't spoken to anyone. Frank Warren, the guy doesn't like Eddie Hearn. We know this. But soon, if we hold tight, we will hear an announcement, I'm sure, within the next few days.
Okay, bro. Like, I understand that. I just hope the fight happens. Because I do want to see it. Like, I just believe that Frank Warren is scared he's scared that Fury might lose. And if Fury loses, there's like nobody else to hang on to, like no big name like to hang on to.
Well, let's be honest. He only had two people.
Dubois, has been knocked out of the hype train. He's been knocked out of the hype train. And Joe Joyce might probably become Sam Jones might find Joe Joyce another promoter. You never know. So
we had Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard is now also, we don't know what's happening with him. He was another Frank Warren fighter. He's gone. He only has Tyson Fury, really.
It's been announced that Anthony Yard will be fighting something like in July or so. I just got the news now. Let me see. Anthony Yard will. Let me see. Anthony Yard will return to the ring versus Emin Atra on the undercard of Denzel Bentley versus Felix Catch, April 24th. That is this month. Callum Johnson also fighting on the same show, but it sounds as if the plan for Yard is still to rematch Leon Arthur this year. So it's not this year. It's not like an immediate rematch like that. Anyway, very interesting, bro. So,
thank you, man.
Continue.
Well, I think, as I said, I honestly believe the fight will happen. It will happen sometime in July, probably. The press conference, um, there's no rule to say that to announce a fight that both fighters actually have to be at the press conference. The promoters can announce it. One fighter can be there, or they could both be in training camp, and they talk to them separately. They don't actually have to be at the same venue, you see, to announce the fight. So you see, all we need really is the promoters to meet maybe and say, well, this is what's happening. This is the fight is going ahead. Then the cameras switch to Miami where Tyson Fury is or wherever he is, and then the cameras switch to AJ. The fight can be announced that way. But eventually, yes, they will have to meet, of course. But I don't think we should listen. Honestly, I don't believe Frank Warren or these guys. I don't believe nothing they say, to be honest with you, because I know they have a deep dislike for Eddie Hearn. But Eddie Hearn's track record speaks for itself. The guy's an honest promoter. He promotes very good fighters. He promotes very good shows, and I think he talks the truth. You see, I think Tyson Fury has not been known to ever talk the truth. You see. So I don't believe anything that those guys say. I really don't.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Let's get my Joe. Stay with us. Let's get my Joe in the house. My Joe, are you here with us? Are you here with us, bro?
What's happening, people?
How you doing, bro? All the way from Ireland, How is the weather
Yes,
over there,
sir.
bro?
Yes, sir.
How's the weather?
Bro, today is nice, man. I just literally came back from a jog. It's really, really nice. It's sunny. It's warm. Can't complain, bro. I tell ya.
That's good, bro. So, what do you make of this news, bro? Like,
Bro, first of all, I want you to just calm down and don't be scared of this
I'm not
fight
scared of.
happening.
I'm not scared. I'm just skeptical. Like, now skeptical is different from being scared. I'm not scared. Like, why should I
Being
be
scared,
scared?
actually.
Am I the one fighting or what? I'm not the one fighting. I'm skeptical. I'm not the one fighting. But I just want Joshua to become undisputed, so that we know, like,
See.
God, let me become undisputed, so we see the other guys come in and also shine.
Yeah. It's either gonna happen now or it's gonna happen later. Okay, so as regards Joshua being undisputed, I believe that if he keeps winning, if he keeps being honest with himself and keeps doing what he's doing, sooner or later he's gonna achieve his goal. I believe he's going to do that. So either he fights Fury or he doesn't fight Fury. I believe at some point he will achieve his goal. Anyway, so let's talk about Frank Warren. The first thing I want you to know in this situation is that one, they are not happy with the fact that Eddie Hearn is taking the lead in this negotiation. They cannot achieve it. They cannot deliver this fight. The truth of the matter is, the person that can actually bring this fight for us to see, that can deliver this fight at the minute, is Eddie Hearn. Not because Eddie Hearn is a Superman or anything like that. It's just because he's with the momentum at the minute. He's the one who, I would say for now, is probably the best promoter in the world. He's a young man as well. Frank Warren is in his 70s. What was his name? The other guy, the one in America, the promoter in America.
Bob Arum.
Bob Arum is 90 years old, I believe. So really and truly, when you look at it, they can't go around at the minute looking for sites and looking for deals and all these things. So Eddie Hearn is a younger man. And besides that, like I said, he's got the momentum on his side right now. He's got the two biggest stars in world boxing. His stable of fighters, he's got very, very good stable. And financially, the guy is really doing well. The other day, I went to Company's House. Company's House is where you go check like the network of companies, like they are basically, when at the end of the year, when they file their financial transactions. So you can actually just go and check everything online. So I went to Companies House just to check their financials. Eddie Hearn's company and Frank Warren's company. And the truth of the whole matter is that I tell you, Frank Warren is not doing well. Trust me. He is not doing well at all. The guy is not doing well. Eddie Hearn is doing really well. He's doing very, very well. Last year they turned over, I think about.
I understand. Frank Warren needed Anthony Joshua. You know.
Frank Warren needs a star. He needs a star. And sometimes, as much as I don't like the jealousy or the hatred, I would say sometimes towards Eddie Hearn, I still feel for Frank Warren in a way, because when you go check his financials on Companies House, his returns ain't good at all. The guy is, I can't say broke, but he's not doing really good. Eddie Hearn is doing fantastic. He's really doing well. Every year his stock and his value keeps going up. It's like the guy keeps going higher and higher. So I can understand the anger, I can understand the hatred. It's not fair, but I can understand it. Now, why is it Frank Warren's business or headache what is happening with Anthony Joshua's coach or Anthony Joshua's head coach? It's not his business. Of course, Team Joshua knows that Olympic is coming up. Of course, Team Joshua knows that his coach is the same guy that actually manages the Olympic team for the UK. You want to tell me that a team as big as Joshua's team wouldn't have a contingency plan? You want to tell me they don't know what they're doing? You want to tell me they don't have an arrangement? Maybe it's going to be a situation where his coach is, let's say the Olympic happens, all right, and the fight is going to come up the same week. You want to tell me they don't know that they probably would need to put an arrangement where his coach might have to delay going to the Olympics for a couple of days, and he's the head coach of the Olympic team does not mean he's the only coach there. They have a number of coaches, so he may not necessarily need to be there for the first few days if that is the problem. And how is that his headache? That's not his headache. His concern should be the guy he is promoting, Tyson Fury. It's not Joshua. Joshua is not his problem. Joshua is not his headache. So I don't understand why he's talking about Joshua and talking about the fact that his coach is going to be, that's not his problem. For me, it all boils down to the fact that right now, they're all playing the same game. Tyson Fury does not want this fight as it stands at the minute. He doesn't want it. Tyson Fury wants to do the same old thing where he will fight a pack of bombs and go for one big fight. But right now, the momentum is against him. A few weeks ago, he toyed with the idea of, I'm just going to walk out, or this fight is not going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And he got a backlash. Like I keep saying to you, BBC, right? They watch all of these YouTube channels. They have people. Their job is just to sit on the computer and just watch this, listen to these conversations, go through all the comments, look at the likes, look at the dislikes. They do all these things, all right? So they have seen that, listen, if Tyson Fury pulls out of this fight without having a genuine excuse or creating a real excuse, trust me, his stock is going to go down big time. So what are they trying to do instead? What they're trying to do is look for every and any excuse to come out of this fight. But I think they are backed into a corner. I think that Fury wouldn't be able to back out of this fight because he said, 2 days left, 1 day left, 3 days left. Now the contract is on your table. The options are on the table. You got this location, that location, that location. For this location, this is how much you're going to get. For that location, that's how much you're going to get. For this location, this is what's going to happen. So he's got 4, I think he himself, he confirmed it. He said he's got about 4 options on the table. Big offers, he said. So what is going to be the excuse? Don't worry about what is happening in Anthony Joshua's camp. Don't worry. That's not your headache. How about if if Joshua decides that, okay, my head coach is not going to be there, but there's going to be somebody else who's going to be like a deputy for him on the night. That's not your business. That's not your problem. Don't concentrate on Anthony Joshua. Concentrate on your own fighter. And like Robbie T said, I think it was Robbie T that said it, I won't be very, very surprised, trust me, if they come up eventually and say that Fury's got an injury because of that, this fight is not going to go on. He conducted an interview with Michelle Joy Phelps yesterday, and they asked him about if Joshua were to knock you out or he was to beat you, would you consider Joshua the greatest of this generation? And he literally said no. And he actually toyed with the idea of that Joshua might beat him. What I was expecting for him to say, I was expecting him to say that no, there is no way Joshua is going to beat me. I'm not even going to answer that question. I'm not even going to play with that conversation. The guy has already been given excuses. He talked about Billy Joe Saunders being inactive. He talked about this. Oh, it's not good for a fighter. We all know that. It's nobody's fault that you've not had a fight. It is your fault because you had a chance to fight Deontay Wilder for the third time. You pulled out of that, saying that the contract has expired. What nonsense is that? Contract expired. You know what the perfect scenario would have been? What I would have preferred? I would have preferred a situation where have a fight with Wilder November, December last year, 2020. Let the winner fight Anthony Joshua. Let's get undisputed. So if you beat Deontay Wilder, then we know that for sure there will be no stumbling block. You go ahead and fight Joshua. And if Wilder was to knock you out, Wilder goes ahead and fight Joshua. The good thing, before that fight, before Joshua fought Pulev, Eddie Hearn already came up to say that the winner between Fury and Wilder is entitled to 50-50 split because both of them, their popularity has risen big time. So he already said that. At this point now, the winner going into the Joshua fight gets 50%. He said that a number of times. So what Fury should have done, fight Wilder in December. If you're able to beat Wilder again, fine. If you're not able to beat him, Wilder goes into the undisputed. But let's have this undisputed fight. So for me, all these things, the fight is going to happen. The fight is there. But if the fight does not happen, it's not going to be because Rob McCracken has to go to the Olympics. No, that's not. If the fight don't happen now, in June, July, trust me, I don't want to see it anytime soon. I don't want to see it again. I want Joshua to just go ahead with his career. Fight is mandatory in the person of what's this guy's name now? Go fight your mandatory. Usyk. And let's Usyk. If this fight don't happen in July, if this fight don't happen in July, don't wait for no blood to fury. No way. Just go ahead and fight Usyk. It's still going to be a big fight regardless. It might not, obviously, it won't be as big as Undisputed, but it's still going to be a massive fight. Ukrainians are going to be behind Usyk. British, Africans, and some Americans will be behind Joshua. It's still going to be a massive fight. It's still going to do 1.5, 1.3, 1.4 pay-per-view sales or buys. So I don't buy this idea of Frank Warren concerning himself with Anthony Joshua. How is that your business, mate? Just concentrate on your fighter. They have done nothing in promoting this fight. And this is so annoying. All they have done is talk negative about this fight. All they've done is just try to bring this fight down. So my thing is, Frank Warren, could you please leave? Can you please leave Joshua and his team alone? All right, you concentrate on your own fighter, concentrate on Tyson Fury. You guys sort out your end of or sort out your own side. If you need to pay Wilder, pay him. If you need to fight Wilder again, just tell us and let us know that, listen, there is a problem. We can't go into the Joshua fight. Fury has to fight Wilder again, and then let's move on. Why are you concerning yourself and bothering yourself with what's happening in Anthony Joshua's camp? That's not your freaking business.
Brilliant.
They have not come up.
Absolutely
They have not come up.
brilliant.
Joshua has not come up. Eddie Hearn has not come up. McCracken has not come up to say, oh, we think we might have a problem because of timing. It's not your freaking business, mate. What about if Joshua decides, you know what, I don't want to go with McCracken tomorrow, I'm going with somebody else? It's not your freaking business. Concentrate on your business. Since we've been talking about this fight, they have had nothing to say but negativity. That's all they brought to the table. The fight is not going to happen. Oh, all of a sudden, Frank Warren has become coronavirus expert. Every minute he's talking about coronavirus. Of course, we know there is corona. We know. You don't need to tell us. You don't need to remind us. There has been fight. People have been fighting. There has been big fights. There's another big, massive fight coming up in Texas very soon between Billy Joe Saunders and freaking Canelo. So these guys, man, if you don't want to fight, and like I said the last time, right, when I was online with you, I said that if they don't want to fight, just come out and say it. This fight is a big fight. I respect Anthony Joshua as a good fighter. I have not had a fight since last year, February. I need to have a tune-up fight. If the belts are still there, if the fight is still there, by the time I have my tune-up fight, then we go into the massive fight. Just come up and say it. Stop all this nonsense. We're not kids. And you know the crazy thing, right? Why I believe now more than ever that if this fight happens, BBC, write it down. Before the ninth round, it's going to be a brutal knockout. Tyson Fury is going to get knocked out brutally. Go write it down. Just because of all this mess that's been going on. Because they're not ready for this fight. They don't want this fight. Tyson Fury likes to be the underdog. He really loves, he performs well when he's the underdog. But coming into this fight, he is the overwhelming. Everyone is saying how great Tyson Fury is. Oh, he beat this, oh, he beat that. Who has he beaten? He actually beat two good fighters. In the press, he beat Klitschko and he beat Wilder, and that's it. Tell me, can you tell me 5 fighters that you can remember that Tyson Fury fought? That you can actually say, okay, I remember these 5 guys as being good fighters. How many top 10 heavyweights has he fought? He's going to get brutally knocked out. And one of the best things that ever happened to Anthony Joshua, that loss, right, made Joshua a much better and improved, matured fighter. Trust me, because he worked on a lot of things. His stamina now is solid. His boxing skills is brought in, because you also have to remember, Anthony Joshua won Olympic gold. So you must know how to box for you to actually win, because they keep saying, oh, he can't box, he's a robot. Are you kidding me? Joshua only left proper boxing because when he became a professional, he was knocking everybody out. So for a minute, he forgot about his boxing. But now he's gone back to his boxing, plus the fact that he can knock you out. He's a well-rounded fighter. I was watching his fight against Ruiz the other day, the second fight. I was like, no, this is unreal. This guy was bouncing for 12 rounds. And you want to tell me that I don't even believe at this point that Tyson Fury is a better boxer. I'm telling you that. Forget all the shenanigans. Forget all the feints and all of that. In terms of real boxing, Tyson Fury didn't qualify for the Olympics. He went for it. But he couldn't qualify, bro. He couldn't qualify. He tried for Ireland. They didn't accept him. He tried for England. He did not qualify. That is to tell you that he is not such a great boxer as people make him out to be. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not a good boxer, but it's not. It's overrated, man. Like I've been spending the last couple of weeks like just been watching.
I don't think it's overrated though. You know.
No. I think it's overrated. I'll tell you why I say so. No. I'm not saying Fury it's not good.
He's a goddamn good boxer, bro. I tell you, excellent boxer. He's a boxing maestro, bro. I tell you that. He's overrated. He's overrated.
Listen, Ray. He's a very good boxer, but he is overrated. When I mean overrated, I'm talking about his achievement. They are hyping him a bit too much.
Yeah, but I understand, but
they're hyping him a bit
I'm
too
talking
much.
about his boxing ability is not overrated. That's a fact. Maybe maybe his fanboy, the fanboyism behind him, who are hyping him up and seeing him as a god, seeing him as the next Ali or similar to Ali or equivalent to Ali. Now we can talk about that, but him
But
as
that's
a
what
boxer.
I'm saying, though. No.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not a good boxer. I'm saying that he's over. Okay, maybe overrated is the wrong word. Maybe
He's not just
hype is
bro.
too
He's
much.
not just a good boxer. He's a boxing maestro. That's more than being a good boxer. So
He didn't qualify for the Olympics.
I know.
He got beaten. You know who beat him? You know who beat him to get to the Olympics? This tall guy. I can't remember this guy's name. The tall guy who everybody just knocks him out these days.
I don't know about his Olympic background though.
You're talking about David Price.
David Price. Thank you. It was David Price that beat him.
But that is like David Price is not a bad boxer either. It's just that the guy has no chin.
That's what I'm saying. So
He's
that's
not a
what I'm
bad
saying.
boxer.
So
David Price is a good boxer. Didn't you see what he did to Dave Harlan?
yeah, but that's my point, though, Ray. So my point is that the guy is a good boxer. Tyson Fury, I'm talking about now. But the hype is getting a bit too silly. Go back and watch some of his fights. He doesn't even. How many punches does he throw around? Let's face it, man. Compare the punches he throws around to AJ's. And I'm talking about punches that actually connect. He dances around and he can't do none of those things. AJ actually qualified for the Olympics and won Olympic gold. You must be a damn good boxer to do that. You can't just be a random guy to do that. But I'm not in any way saying that Fury is not good. He's good. But I'm saying that the is a bit irritating. It's a bit overhyped.
Yeah, I can understand.
Until you actually fight stiff competitions, proper stiff competitions over and over again, then we can say, yeah, you're truly tested, properly tested. But this guy goes fight 5 bombs and fight one good fighter, and then we make so much noise. Oh my God, Fury this, Fury that.
Look, sorry to interrupt here. I said a while back that I didn't think Fury was much good. And I still stand by that, because the fights people want to bring up, every time you talk about Tyson Fury, they want to bring up, oh, he beat Vladimir Klitschko. What did Vladimir Klitschko do in that fight? What did Fury really do in that fight? Other than hold and run around and carry on silly, even before the fight. And then with the Deontay Wilder fight, people want to say, oh, well, he did well. Look how good he looked against Deontay Wilder. What did Deontay Wilder do in that fight? When you want to talk about Anthony Joshua's achievements, he took the stick. He took stick from Vladimir Klitschko. That was a good Vladimir Klitschko he beat that night. Who come to fight? He beat Povetkin, Joseph Parker, Dillian White, all them guys who are hungry. That is what we call good. You can't tell me the man have two good wins on his record, and then people want to start hailing this man. Who has he
the
beaten?
next Ali and all this kind of nonsense?
All this kind of madness. What did Deontay Wilder do?
Robbie, check this out, right?
Man,
Robbie, check this out. Now, guys, check this out. So, when he fought Klitschko, did you guys even know the background story of the things that was happening with Klitschko at the time? Klitschko was going through some personal problems at the time with his girlfriend, and there were things that were going on. When he came back for the AJ fight, Klitschko was hyped and ready. If Fury fought Klitschko the night he fought AJ, Fury will get sparked. He will get knocked out brutally. Knocked out.
And look,
he will get brutally knocked out.
When this guy fought Vladimir Klitschko, right? What happened to the rematch he was supposed to give Klitschko? All right, so you beat Klitschko so easy. So the rematch should be even easier for you. What happened to the rematch? Oh, suddenly he's depressed. Oh, suddenly you have all mental health issues. But it's really strange that the minute Klitschko announces retirement, then suddenly your man's miraculously healed.
Yeah,
the man's
miraculously healed.
Well, all of this kind of thing that Harley Street surgeons couldn't help him. Now suddenly this guy is well again. You see, what happened to the only reason he fought Deontay Wilder is because he got a draw in the first fight. If he had won that fight, if he had won that first fight, he would never have fought Wilder again. He would have made all kind of excuse. Because you see, this guy is about the easy work. He ain't about no hard work. And people hail this man for 2 victories, you know. Look how much fights AJ has. Look, you watch when them two get in the ring. If Fury does in fact go through with the fight, watch and see what happened to him. Watch and see what AJ do to him. And I've said this all along. If he doesn't pull out of this fight, this man's getting stopped. And that's his career done. Finished.
Now, everybody keeps going on about how shite Wilder is and he's not a good blah, blah, blah. How everybody keeps talking about, oh, Wilder is fought bombs, blah, 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 blah. And I actually said that as well. I'm actually guilty of that. But then when Fury beat Wilder, we started going on about, oh my God, Fury is the greatest. But you're all saying that Wilder is nothing. But now you're turning around to say that, oh my God, Fury is the greatest boxer. Is this, and is that, and is fantastic. It is. Oh, please, why didn't you go back in there with Wilder for the 3rd fight then? Why didn't you go back in there? Listen, Frank Warren, just for me to round up, man, because I've ranted for too long. Frank Warren can say whatever he wants to say. There's no hiding place. The deal is there for them. All right, they've got options and they've got massive amount of money. We don't know how much it is yet, but like Robbie said, I believe that this fight is going to get announced very soon. But what they might do is to pull out to say that Fury is injured or the Wilder arbitration is a problem now. All of a sudden, trust me, they're going to start talking about that again. Just watch it. Because before, what's his name? The promoter in America, Bob Arum, he lied and said that, oh, that case, Wilder has already lost the case. That case is over. Now we're hearing again, oh, the case, we're going to know what's happening. We're not going to know what's happening until May. These people are just full of lies. Full of lies. And in a way, right, everybody's been saying, oh, Wilder is so quiet. Is he ever going to fight again? Listen, I'm not trying to hype Wilder up here or whatever. No, you know, I'm not really, I just like Wilder as a fighter. It's not like I'm not a big fan, but I like him as a fighter. I think it's actually a good thing that the guy is keeping quiet. He's just literally watching what is going on. I'll probably do the same. Let me see how far they go. Don't be surprised. Come May, they're just going to turn around and say, well, this fight can't go on because the issue with arbitration, now here is the decision. Fury, you have to pay Wilder maybe some ridiculous amount of money or fight him. And then all of a sudden, the Joshua fight to be off and he has to fight Wilder. Trust me, that might happen.
The other thing is, if Wilder talks, people criticize him. If he doesn't talk, they criticize him. So no matter
I think he should just be quiet. He should just watch. He should just sit down and watch what is going on.
Exactly.
Sit down, watch what is going on, but keep training. Keep improving on your skills. Get in there and start doing things you never did before or things you neglected. Just go in there and start doing those things. Wilder's not my cup of tea, but sometimes you need to take your fanboyism away and look at the true situation on ground. There is something going on. Because Bob Arum said it, that, oh, the case is over, blah, blah, blah. Wilder already lost the case. He has a case. Now, he's turned around again to say that, oh, we're going to know in May. Are you kidding me? And Tyson Fury said yesterday, oh, I'm paying lawyers millions to sort that situation out. And he told Michelle Jo Phelps, when she asked him about that case, he said, I don't know. How can you not know a case that has to do with you? Bro, these people should stop playing us, man. Trust me.
Look, that is what I said earlier on. I don't believe nothing Bob Arum say, Frank Warren say, Tyson Fury say. If you want to hear the truth, the only person you listen to is Eddie Hearn or Anthony Joshua. Don't listen to them other people.
Why have they not been pushing Undisputed? Bob Arum and Frank Warren. Why have they not been pushing it? They know something is happening that they don't want to let us know. They should all stop these their games, man. Seriously.
Let me jump in real quick and say, if we are not going to believe anything that Bob Arum and Frank Warren says, which is rightfully correct, why should we believe anything that Eddie Hearn says? He's also a promoter. Promoters are
right. But what you need to know, though, Ade, what you need to Adewale, what you need to know,
at the
they might
expense
be
of the opponents of their fighters,
of the
right?
opponent, right?
So yeah,
But
Eddie Hearn is
but
not
they
trusted
might
as well. He's a liar.
no.
as far as I'm concerned.
Listen. Eddie Hearn, they might be telling Eddie Hearn, don't worry about it. That case, because Eddie Hearn is not directly involved in that situation. I don't agree with that we have to call Eddie Hearn a liar. Eddie Hearn has delivered on numerous occasions. He has delivered. This guy has been traveling around trying to secure this fight. They might be lying to him. They might be telling him, "Oh, listen, don't worry about it. Don't stress yourself. Deontay Wilder does not have a case. Blah blah blah." They might be telling him all that because he is not directly involved in that situation.
And it makes
You
sense.
get what I'm saying?
I agree with you, bro. It makes a lot of sense because he doesn't know what's going on with Tyson.
He
Fury.
doesn't know.
All
He doesn't know.
what's going on with AJ. But then
He doesn't
since
know.
Frank Warren and Bob Arum are already liars, talking about, oh, Deontay Wilder's situation is already resolved. And then Eddie runs with that narrative and tells the fans that, oh, we're going to announce the fight next week. Oh, we're going to announce the fight in 2 weeks. And that keeps on going for 6 months. That makes Eddie a liar as well, too. We don't really care about
because
the details. But you know what? The point is, I'm not even trying to drag Eddie. I'm not trying to say Eddie is a liar. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to drag him and just put him down that he's a liar. He's not to be trusted. At the end of the day, all boxing promoters lie. So I can't really trust any boxing promoter until I see this guy sit down in a press conference and start making that fight happen. Then I will believe it. And by the way, Mayo Joe, I respect your breakdown. Toro. Salute to you, man.
Thanks, bro. Because
we have Anthony in the house. Anthony, do you have anything to say, bro? Like, I know my Joe probably might have said your mind, or Adewale, or maybe Robert T as well, man. What do you have to say to this, brother, Anthony?
Yeah, Ray. I really appreciate everybody on the panel today, and everybody have spoke well. What I see there is that the fight is going to hold. The fight is still going to hold. The reason why I said this is that a big money is involved. You know, ransom is being involved. And I know Fury loves money so much, and he won't want to let that money go to start with. But fighting AJ, that is a very big question mark in his mind. But based on the money that is involved, I don't think the dad will want the son to let that money go. You know, but definitely they know that AJ is definitely going to win that fight. But because of the money that's being involved, it will be very, very hard for them to let go. So we're keeping fingers crossed. And all this game of is going to hold, is not going to hold, is going to hold in August or September. These are one of the strategies, you know. I just take it to be strategies.
Breaking news right now. John Fury, John Fury has come out with a brand new interview that he conducted with Sky Sports. We are going to play it. Okay, breaking news right now. Okay. Let me play right here, and let's hear what John Fury had to say.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Yeah, a lot simpler in the coming months when the people get back to easier ways. You know, more or less normality. Even though I don't think it's ever going to be normal again, because it's just the way things are. We're moving on. Times change, people change.
Okay, like muted, bro. Anthony, muted, please. Muted. You guys are muted.
Rumours, lots of rumours.
Muted, please. Muted. Thanks.
This fight could be made a lot easier, a lot simpler in the coming months when the people get back to easier ways. You know, more or less normality. Even though I don't think it's ever going to be normal again, because it's just the way things are. We're moving on. Times change, people change. But at this moment in time, there's nothing changed. There's rumours, lots of rumours, but nothing set in stone as of from 9 p.m. last night.
So have you spoke to Tyson recently? Where's his head at with all of this?
We're used to it. I said just sit tight. If they can make it, all well and good. And if they don't, you know. By the way, last Saturday was the the clock ran out from last Saturday. And if we didn't want the fight, we still wouldn't be negotiating. We want this fight. We're going to give him every opportunity to put this fight on in June or July. But if he doesn't fight in June, if they can't put it on in June or July, we're going to fight anyway, with or without AJ. This fight.
So you heard it carefully, guys. John Fury, did you guys hear what he just said? Or should I play it again?
Listen, I can't hear the interview.
Bro, you have to go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. You can hear it. You can hear it. You can see it. Go to YouTube, bro.
Well, tell me what you said. Tell me what you said in the interview.
Wait. Okay, let me play it again for
9 p.m.
guys.
So have you?
This fight could be made a lot easier, a lot simpler in the coming months when the people get back to easier ways.
Hello, guys.
More or less normal.
Muted, bro. Muted, bro.
It's never going to be normal again because it's just the way things are. We're moving on. Times change, people change. But at this moment in time, there's nothing changed. There's rumours, lots of rumours, but nothing set in stone as of from 9 p.m. last night.
So have you spoke to Tyson recently? Where's his head at with all of this?
We're used to it. I said just sit tight. If they can make it, all well and good. And if they don't, By the way, last Saturday was the clock ran out from last Saturday. And if we didn't want the fight, we still wouldn't be negotiating. We want this fight. We're going to give him every opportunity to put this fight on in June or July. But if he doesn't fight in June, if they can't put it on in June or July, we're going to fight anyway, with or without AJ. This fight could be made.
Well, he already said, he said that, the clock ran out last Saturday for Team Joshua. That, they are going to give Team Joshua every opportunity to make this fight happen, to get this fight done, to get a deal made. But if the fight doesn't happen June or July, let's just say in the next few weeks, let's say 2-3 weeks time, if there is no positive news, they are going to move on and they're going to fight with or without Anthony Joshua. It means Fury is fighting with or without Anthony Joshua. So all this delay tactics and all the stuff that's been going on. We have 10 minutes left. We have 13 minutes left. So you guys have like each 2 minutes to give your take on this.
Let me quickly dive in. Let me dive in real quick, okay? Listen,
we have 13 minutes left, so just so you know. Yeah.
I'm not gonna take time. They don't want this fight. They're not gonna take this fight. Tyson Fury is training in America for a fight we don't know about, but they're not gonna take this fight. Now, Tyson Fury himself confirmed on last Friday, that I've got deals on the table. All right. He mentioned the countries. He said massive offers on the table. Okay. So what is the problem then? Is it that you've not received any offer? Anthony Joshua confirmed that now officially we have now received one offer officially, which means to say that now the proof of funds has been shown to us, because it is one thing to receive an offer, just like let's just give you like provisional offers. It's another thing to actually see the paperwork to say that, listen, proof of funds is there, escrow, we can put money in escrow account, blah, blah, blah. Now they have officially received one solid offer with proof of funds. That's what that means when Anthony Joshua said we have officially received one. So what is the problem? What is this man talking about, this John Fury? What is this? See, the narrative has been, it's not even a narrative. The truth is they do not want this fight. They're not going to take this fight. And trust me, I'm at the point where now I don't even want them to take the fight anymore, because I want to see who is going to go ahead and fight if he doesn't fight Anthony Joshua. If you're not fighting Joshua and you're not fighting Wilder, please, I don't want to hear the name Tyson Fury anymore. You're a bum and a liar. That's it.
Thanks, brother. Robbie T coming quick.
Yeah. Listen, I'm only gonna say, listen. All I can say is don't believe nothing. John Fury, Tyson Fury, Tommy Fury, Frank Warren, Bob Arum. Don't believe these guys. If you want to hear where we're up to, wait till Eddie Hearn talks. Look, John Fury. All these people want to try and do is unsettle Anthony Joshua. That's the only hope they feel that they can do to kind of get this guy to lose, because they know really and truly they're not going to win the fight. So they're trying already to unsettle him. You know, Tyson's gonna move on. Tyson's this, Tyson's that. Oh, Anthony Joshua's trainer, all this kind of thing. They probably all met in a room and come up with this strategy to try and unsettle the unified heavyweight champion of the world, and it's not going to work. And as I said earlier in the call, don't be surprised when there's no hiding place left, when all other avenues have been exhausted, that they come up with, oh, it's very unfortunate, but Tyson got injured and we have to pull out of the fight, because they know if they go through, they're going to lose. John Fury can talk all he want to talk, because he know that when that bell sounds, he's going to have the displeasure of watching his son get knocked out. And that's a hard thing to come to terms with, that you know your son's walking into a fight and he's going to lose, and he's going to lose by knockout. So all they're doing, I wouldn't listen to. We're going to get an announcement soon, and the fight will go ahead.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you for your take. Anthony, are you with us? Your quick take on it before we move.
Yeah. I'm still here. Well, we'll see what is gonna happen at the end of the day, or so far. But with the way I'm looking at it, strategies is still gonna. I see it to be strategies, to sell this fight, whether good or bad. So, when boxing fans are hearing that it's not going to happen, it makes them mad as well. So, when they finally comes out to say, okay, the date has been given, so people will go out to drink and they start talking about how somebody's going to be smashed, and so. I still consider it to be strategies, not until they have given us their final thoughts that this is not going to happen. So all these John Fury saying this, saying that, I will not believe. I will not believe until the final. Until the final, announcement is being made about that fight.
Bro, you just said what he said, bro. Bro, I understand what you're saying. You just said what he said. He said this guy with Oda and Joshua, they're moving on. And if the fight doesn't happen in June or July, they are going to remove their mind, and just move on.
We'll see.
Anyway, thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Adewale, your quick thought before Vamud, bro. Come in.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Hey, first and foremost, thank you, Mayo Joe, Robbie T, Anthony. You guys, thanks for the great boxing conversation, okay? I appreciate you guys. Everybody in the chat, thank you for coming through. Please click on the like button. Raise up the likes, people. Let's get the likes up.
Well, get the likes up. I haven't said it yet, bro. Get the likes up, man. I beg. Come on, they up the likes now.
I beg, make una up the likes. I beg.
You want to hit us to win? Hit us to win. Yeah, we are giving you premium content. This is a premium content right here. We're giving you guys right now. Yeah, bro. Quick with it.
Thank you, my good people. Thanks for upping the like. So let me just give you guys my quick final thoughts, man. 1 minute and I'm done. Listen, man, the reason why this fight is looking very shaky right now is because Tyson Fury has a lot of skeletons in his closet. That's all it is. This guy can't even fight in the UK. He doesn't have a boxing license. He would have to go through UCAD that suspended an investigation going on with him. This guy has an arbitration going on with Deontay Wilder. That in itself is an obstacle. This guy has been looking for all types of excuses to pull out of the fight. And I don't think he's looking for those excuses because he's afraid of Joshua. I honestly don't think so. In my opinion, I feel like this fight is 50-50. Just based on the fact that Tyson Fury has some advantages over Joshua. Let's keep it real. The height advantage. I haven't seen Joshua knock out anybody that tall, that fluid, that good, that moves like Tyson Fury. So I'm not convinced that Joshua can knock Fury out, okay? But I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm not convinced. But at the same time, Joshua has a chance to beat Fury. Fury has a chance to beat Joshua. I feel like it's a 50-50 fight if it happens. But the reason why it's not happening so far majorly boils down to Tyson Fury. You guys don't waste your time looking for every interview that comes out from John Fury, Eddie Hearn, all these guys. Just don't waste your time. When they announce the fight, then start putting your trust in it. Until then, don't stress yourself, man. These guys have been playing us for years. You need to understand that these boxing promoters, they are all about maximizing their money.
I'm not
And
about
Eddie
promoters.
Hearn-
I'm not about promoters right now. Like, there's a track record, bro. We only have a few minutes here, but the track record. You look at Eddie Hearn's track record and look at Frank Warren and Bob Harron's track record. You can tell that
man,
Eddie Hearn's track
delivering
record.
better
Yeah,
than
bro.
the other two guys.
So, what are you saying? So continue.
Yeah. Listen, man, bro. Listen, I'm telling you from my own personal perspective. Eddie Hearn has stringed me personally along for years, and the fight never came to fruition. So I don't trust him. It's really that simple. Okay, but thank you guys for coming through. Peace and blessings to every one of you guys.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate all of you guys. Mao Joe, Anthony, Robbie T, Adewale, even the ones who are not here, Tad Jagbe, the ones on the live on the chat, Lisa. I appreciate you, Lisa. You always come through, and you're amazing.
Ty just joined the chat as well, but I know you have to go. Well, Ty just came in.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ty. Ty, you have any? Like, I can give you 2 minutes or so. 2 minutes or 3 minutes. 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
Let me just make it quick. Okay.
bro.
I don't know why John Fury keeps saying to Anthony Joshua's team they. It should be a we thing where he should be referring to if Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum, even though fish eyes can't come together, the fight's not off. It seems like they're relying on Anthony Joshua to get this done, Anthony Joshua's team to get this done. Why isn't he saying Bob Arum? So you're trying to tell me AJ's team is the only one that wants to fight. What about the other team? Is the question. Is what I'm confused about. What
bro, Bob Haram and Frank Warren don't have the connections Eddie Hearn has in the Middle East. You know already. That's the reason why it's like that.
They have no connections whatsoever. It's embarrassing.
Why is he embarrassed? How is he embarrassing, bro? Like, how is he like, nah, man, bro? It's not embarrassing. I mean, it's just like
Bob Arum and Frank Warren have been in the game longer than Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, but they've been focusing all their life. They focus on the American and the British market, not the markets. At the end, is the first promoter to really take this boxing stuff global. To really take it global. Like, even Eddie Hearn's dad, Barry Hearn, didn't do like even a quarter of what Eddie Hearn is doing right now. He was also very focused on the UK market. Eddie Hearn is very ambitious.
Can I just quickly ask Ty while he's on? Hello, Ty. Has Deontay Wilder, because I know you're in America, has Deontay Wilder said anything regarding this fight, regarding what's happening with his career? No one seems to have heard from this guy ever since he lost to Fury. And I'm just thinking it's really strange that all this time have passed and we're talking about Fury, AJ, and Deontay Wilder is quiet and I can't seem to hear nothing from him. So I'm just wondering if you have heard in America anything from Deontay Wilder. That is my question, really.
I think the arbitration clause is still going on, and there's a gag order in there, so they can't say anything. That's why Fury hasn't been saying anything. That's why you haven't heard anything. It's all tight and close knit in the court. Nobody's allowed to say anything.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
Okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all of you guys and people on the live chat. BBC fans, even the ones that are not fans of the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. And Robbie T, once again, I salute you. Salute you, Mao Joe. Salute you, Adewale. Salute you, Ty. Salute you, Anthony. Salute you, everyone. And God bless you all. Cheers, guys. Peace.
Attention to social media. You've seen Tyson Fury tweet about several big offers from just about every continent on the globe. I had heard earlier that Qatar and several Eastern European territories are in play. But the front runner, now as ever, remains Saudi Arabia. The most likely date I see is late July. Now, for the past 30 days, I've heard a lot of the principals be really pessimistic about this. In the last 24 to 48 hours, I've heard that tone change. There is genuine optimism about, with, quote, several real offers, and they'll make their decisions in all